I received this in an email. We're going to talk about that in this video. But first, I want to talk about my website, portsmoutcoinshop.com, and the fact that in October, the Ohio sales tax on precious metals and precious coins with precious metals will be ending. Currently, if you're from another state, if you don't live in Ohio, you don't have to pay a sales tax through my website. It will show a sales tax, but once you enter your address into the checkout, that'll be eliminated. It goes away. So yes, you can buy from me. We have a lot of coins over here. So if you get a chance, check out portsmoutcoinshop.com. And in October, I hope I get a lot more Ohio buyers. It's a great thing. I hope we never hear of it again. It never even comes up again, and trying to sneak it in that legislation. So no Ohio sales tax, guys, coming in October. Okay, I received this in an email, and this is all the email was. Catastrophic mint failure, ? Click to enlarge the images. It's a 1976D Lincoln cent, recently discovered in a collection stored for 44 years. Okay, I don't care if a collection's been stored for 200 years. Does not mean the coin that you find in it are going to be valuable or not damaged, or that there's something special. How long this coin was stored, it just doesn't matter. Okay, what matters is what the coin actually is. And this is obviously a damaged coin. It's what we call a parking lot coin. No one wants to hear that when they have one. They think it's something rare, but that's what it is. Now, I relayed this to the person who sent me the email, and they said that this was in part their response to the coins they see on Etsy. It's fine. But people who take this serious, who really think this is actual error, you need to do some research, because this coin is literally damaged. It's been beat up. This takes things like rocks, concrete, and that kind of thing to cause this kind of damage. It can be recreated. It's very easy to recreate. And as I said in my last video, all you need is a hammer. But what you need more than a hammer to make those damaged coins is actually come over here to airor-rev.com and look up die damage. I mean, it is so easy to do the research. This is something that you can definitely rest assured that you don't see very often coming up on an auction. But if you don't see examples that look something like this, that follow these explanations, because it's not just important to image shop. You don't want to just image shop. You also want to read everything this says, because you've got a contact form here and you can actually contact them. So anyways, suffice it to say, a cut is literally die damage, really. I mean, it is considered die damage because the die is kind of damaged, but it's not like some type of damage that you get when the die hits something. I mean, you could technically call most errors like die clashes and things like that as die damage. But we're looking for something a little more dramatic than that. But you can scroll down through all these images over here, and I'm not going to show you all of them. You need to come over here to this website and type in die damage, basically. This is what's called peripheral die damage. You're looking at CUDs and things like that. And then you got the catastrophic die failure. And this is what it looks like. It looks nothing like that, parking lot coin. A coin with gouges and all in it. It's just the die literally starts breaking apart. It starts to fail. And when it does that, it creates raised areas on coins. It doesn't, create all these little marks all over a coin, or it's more uniform. It happens under tons of pressure. So therefore it can't be mimicked at home. When you can make it at home, then you know that it's not an error. You can't make these without having that kind of pressure, like from the dies. Here's another example. I can't blow it up to look at it, but all the stuff that's on this coin is literally raised. You see scrapes and things. These are raised. I know a lot of people think this right here is the part that looks like their coin. That's just in between the two raised marks. That's not a furrow that was created by someone scratching it. Sometimes I think people's eyes play tricks on them, and I know mine do too. Sometimes when someone shows a coin, it looks like the letters on the coin are actually incused into the coin. And it looks kind of weird until your eyes kind of adjust to it. I think a lot of people are doing that when they're looking at their coins. And I can come over to even heritage coin auctions, and you can type in die failure, catastrophic die failure, and you just don't see them for sale. It's just not something, it's cool. It's kind of rare to see it because they hardly ever make it out of the mint. So you're not just going to find one in your change or whatever. I mean, it's one of those things where you might find a cut in your change, you might find something off center, but you're not going to find a catastrophic die failure, in your change or just randomly out there with marks all over it and damaged rims and things like that. It just doesn't look the same. It looks different. Once you look at images and you start studying what the die itself, if it has a gouge in it, the planchet metal fills it in, and that means on the coin itself, it's actually going to be raised. It's not going to be dug into the coin. The only way something could be dug into the coin is if it's actually raised on the die. And if something's raised on a die, it usually gets smashed. It's a strike through. And you can tell what it is, or you can see that it's a piece of metal or whatever it might be. But it does happen sometimes.
But one thing that needs to stop is trying to sell coins like damaged coins or coins that you think cement error before they're actually graded or authenticated or labeled by an expert. Coins need to be looked at by an expert before you start trying to sell it and thinking it's something special and something rare and valuable, because you're going to pass off a coin or you're going to give yourself a bad reputation. So the best thing to do is if you have to drive to the grading company or go to a coin show and submit it live there to make yourself feel comfortable and to trust, that's what you need to do. But most certainly needs to be checked out, authenticated, and actually labeled and graded as a catastrophic die failure or as some type of error before you even try to pass it off to somebody else.
So anyways, thanks for watching my latest video. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and have a great day.